Hey, how's it going, guys? I thought I'd make this video since the Rumble pay-per-view is soon to come. I mean, it's this coming Sunday. We're gonna have the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, Royal Rumble 2012. It's not this Sunday, it's this next Sunday. And yeah, I want to talk about the Rumble match itself, more specifically the superstars that are gonna enter the match, and more specifically, even more specifically, the returns. You know, the Rumble pay-per-view has always been the pay-per-view of returns. One-night returns, just full-time returns, and, you know, people are returning for different reasons. Sometimes you got people returning from injury. It happens, you know, a lot. Last year was who? Edge? No, Edge returned the year before that. Yeah, last year, I don't know if there was any injuries, you know, superstars returning from injuries in the Rumble. Maybe it was Kali, I'm not too sure, guys. But there's always, you know, returns. Sometimes it's legends making their return for one-time appearances, like you've got Piper, you've got Snuka, you've got well, last year was Kevin Nash, and you also had Booker T. I don't know if you had some other guys, maybe, I don't remember. But yeah, every single year there's some returns, whether it be injury or just, you know, one-night appearances or whatever. So yeah, I want to talk about who I think personally is gonna come back, you know, from injury or whatever, you know, reason. And in the comments, feel free to, you know, post up who you think is gonna return at the Rumble, and not just returns. Maybe it could be somebody making their debut. I don't know, or maybe just a superstar that was released in the past or just left the company in the past, and maybe is coming back right now. And speaking of returns, Christian, I think he's going to be one of those guys returning at the Rumble. And as you can see, he's coming in the ring right now. So, yeah, I can predict Christian coming back at the Rumble. He's been injured since when? November maybe, or December? No, I think it was November. So it's been, what, a month, two? It's been about 2 months. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going to come back. Pretty sure he's cleared to wrestle, or he's going to be cleared to wrestle, you know, when the Rumble time comes. I don't know where, you know, this is going to lead to. What's Christian going to do is, I don't know, his feud for WrestleMania, if he's even going to have a match at WrestleMania. Pretty sure he is, though. Like, I don't know if they're going to start a feud with Christian at the Rumble itself, or if he's just going to come in, you know, maybe eliminate a couple people, or just get eliminated as soon as he comes out. I don't know. But, yeah, a couple other guys. You've got Rey Mysterio. I'm pretty sure Rey's going to come back, too. Rey's been out since, I don't know since when, guys, honestly. But Del Rio took him out storyline wise, but he's actually injured, but not because of Del Rio. So I can see him coming back, but not winning the Rumble. I don't see Rey winning the Rumble a second time. He's already won it back in 05, I think. No, 05 was Batista, I think. Yeah, it was 06, sorry. So, yeah, so far, I think Christian's going to come back. I think Rey Mysterio's going to come back. And also, you know, I spoke of Del Rio. I think Del Rio might come back, too, for the Rumble. Now, I'm not sure on Del Rio as much as I am sure of Rey Mysterio and Christian on this one. But I think it's a possibility. I mean, he did win the Rumble last year, so why not? Well, actually, the reason why not would maybe be because he's not cleared to wrestle. He can't wrestle yet. But I think he will be cleared. But, you know, I might be wrong. I don't know about this. So that's already 3 guys I think are going to come back from injuries. There's just so many injuries lately. So that's why there's so many guys I can see coming back from injury. Some are obvious. Some are a little bit less obvious just because some people might have forgotten about them, like Del Rio. I mean, honestly, I didn't even notice he was gone until like maybe 2 weeks ago. I was like, oh, wait a minute. Del Rio's not been on TV for all this time. Oh, he's injured. But anyways, somebody else I think is going to make his return, and that's the Great Khali. I think some of you might have forgotten about him. I mean, Khali isn't that, I don't know, popular? Maybe in India, but he's not exactly one of the top stars. I mean, he's been world champion in the past, but ever since then, he's just been, you know, low carder, maybe mid carder. And, yeah, Khali, I can see him making his comeback. The last time we saw him, he got his ankle broken, kayfabe-wise, storyline-wise, by Mark Henry. That was back in, what, September maybe? So, It's kind of, it's been a while. It's been, what, 3 months, 4 months? 4 months, I think. So I can see him making his comeback. Pretty sure he's going to make his comeback because I think he was just maybe taking some time off or something. I don't think he was injured, for real, so yeah. So that's Christian, Rey Mysterio, Del Rio, and Khali. So far 4 guys, but there's actually more I can see returning here. And it's one of the, most obvious ones. That's Randy Orton. Randy's been injured, for what, 3 weeks now? I'm not sure. It hasn't been, a long time. And yeah, he should be coming back. I think WWE.com announced that he will be back on next week's SmackDown, but apparently now they're kind of reconsidering that, and they want to maybe hold him off, for the Rumble, not show him on SmackDown, and have him return at the Rumble itself. I'm not sure if they're going to follow up on that, or if he's actually going to show up on SmackDown and make his return, his return there. But either way, Randy Orton is going to be in the Rumble. That's pretty much a guarantee. Is he going to win it? I don't think so. I mean, I did see a magazine, a WWE magazine for the, I think it was the February edition. It actually had Orton on the front cover, and it said on the bottom, Randy Orton aims for WrestleMania or something like that. It didn't say Orton won the Rumble or anything like that, but I don't know. He might win it, he might not. I don't think he will. He's already won it. What's really the the point or the use of having somebody win the Rumble twice or 3 times or whatever at this point? I mean, Orton, he doesn't need the Rumble. He can freaking just win the chamber match if he wants, a title shot or become champion. I don't know if this year's elimination chamber matches are for the actual belts or for the #1 contendership. I think one of the brands, actually depending on which, superstar from which brand wins the Rumble match. Man, I'm not making any sense here. What I'm trying to say, is, let's say a Raw superstar wins the Royal Rumble. What that means is, at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, the Raw Chamber, is gonna be for the WWE Championship since a #1 contender is already, named. But the SmackDown one is going to be for the #1 contendership since, a Raw superstar won the Rumble. So they need to actually, figure out a #1 contender for the championship. I think it's always been that way since they, introduced the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view concept. Or maybe it was the year after they introduced it. I'm not too sure about that. So really, there's no need for, to make Randy Orton win the Rumble for a second time, when they can just make him win the Elimination Chamber match and he can become the world champion there or become the #1 contender or whatever. He can, still fight at WrestleMania for the World Heavyweight Championship. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the plan. Daniel Bryan versus Randy Orton, or I don't know, Mark Henry versus Randy, or a most likely scenario I can see happening is Wade Barrett versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania for the World Heavyweight Championship. Or maybe it's going to be a 3-way match or a 4-way match. It's been a while. We haven't seen a 3-way match or a 4-way match for the championship. I'm talking about the WWE Championship or the World Championship at WrestleMania. For the past couple of years, it's been, one-on-one matches yeah, basically just one-on-one matches. The last time we saw a 3-way match was back in... Damn, I don't remember what year it was, but it was a WrestleMania where we had Triple H versus John Cena versus Randy Orton. I think that was maybe, what, 07 or 08? It's one of those, so I'm not too sure. It might be 08. But yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is since then, we haven't had a 3-way or 4-way match for the championship at WrestleMania. I'm hoping it's going to be a 3-way or 4-way match for the World Championship since I think the WWE Championship is going to be contested in a one-on-one match. So I'm counting on the world title match, the SmackDown side to have, multiple man match. But at the same time, I hear they're going to, bring back the Fatal 4-Way pay-per-view. And if they bring back the Fatal 4-Way pay-per-view, that basically, takes away the chance of having that type of matchup at WrestleMania. Which sucks, that's why I don't like matches, pay-per-views like Fatal 4-Way, TLC, Hell in a Cell, because for a fact that you're not going to have these matches, on freaking other pay-per-views. But actually on SmackDown this week we had a tables match, so that's kind of weird. But whatever, guys. Anyways, back to the Rumble. As you can see, I'm playing as Christian here, and actually my boy Christian wins the Rumble match. Now, does that mean I'm predicting Christian wins the Rumble? Hell no, the guy can't even win a world title without his opponent getting disqualified or winning a match in a feud. I mean, I'm a big Christian fan, but damn, I just hate the way he didn't win a single match in his feud with Sheamus or a single match in his feud with Randy Orton, apart from that disqualification one, and that was freaking disqualification. He got kicked in the nuts and wins the world title. But anyways, guys, as far as the Rumble goes, I just gave you, who I think is going to make their return at the Rumble. I did think Shelton Benjamin was going to make a return, since apparently the Money in the Bank is going to be held at WrestleMania this year, and he's always been in the Money in the Bank ladder match. But then I, found out that he's still under contract with ROH. So anyways, in the comment section, tell me who you think is going to make their return at the Rumble. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, click the like button. See ya. I'm out.